so often, you gotta just give all your toys to... Every so often, you have to wander into the front yard of a kid you've never met and just play.
No.
It's Toy Story 3.
Oh, Toy Story 3. Yes.
Andy does that with Bonnie.
Isn't that... I think that's a little bit weird. I saw a review where someone said, like, no college kid is doing that. It's a little bit weird.
It seemed as though...
And I don't mean weird, like creepy, just like no kid, like kids that age are too cool for school. They're not going to be like, hey, let me do this. They're just going to dump a maybe. And it depends on the kid. If it's like a cousin or a sibling or someone you know, maybe.
Yeah. But, and there was definitely some ties with the family. Sure. Like,
yeah, okay. So maybe there's a connection.
Like Molly went to that daycare or something. Maybe so did Andy.
Who knows? Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to the Movie Man Podcast. I am Peter. That is Brady. And we are here today to review the 2010 film Toy Story 3.
A film that up until 2 weeks ago, I would have said is the best Toy Story film.
I know. And that is shocking to me. I was blown away. If you haven't yet, check out our Toy Story review. It was
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2 review. And I was very shocked to hear. I've always been a Toy Story 2 fanatic.
Yeah.
And you've not disliked it, but I've
always thought it was great.
Yes. But I totally thought we'd be coming in today saying Toy Story 3 was your favorite, and we might be duking it out. And we still might.
Here's the official. And I'll make it part of my initial impression.
Sure. Do it up.
This one, this is an incredible movie. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's quite as good as Toy Story 2 when you're looking at it cover to cover.
Yeah.
Now, I think there are two moments, for sure, two moments in this, maybe three, that hit harder than any moment in Toy Story 2. However, this movie's strength, where this movie really shines, and boys and girls, you can take this to the bank. You could put this on a t-shirt.
I might.
Toy Story 3 weaponizes nostalgia far more aggressively than Toy Story 2. And the best moments of this film is when Pixar is weaponizing nostalgia. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because there are the best moments. But it does feel... It is definitely nostalgia. And I'm going to use the term weaponizing because, good God, it hurts every time. It hurts so good every time they do it. But what are your thoughts?
Listen, I think it's a good film. It's a solid film. And I won't disagree. I do think they do weaponize it and pack their punch the best, or like they're pushing all their chips in the middle of the table with weaponizing the nostalgia.
Yeah.
I don't know if it necessarily works in being better than number 2. What I will say is it is a good film, like I already said.
Yeah.
I think it's, I could only think of 2 very random and non-related movies, but it's a lot like Up, which is a Pixar movie.
Overrated.
And it's a lot like the 1969 Planet of the Apes. In that...
Like Charlton Heston's?
Yes.
Planet of the Apes?
Yes.
Where are we going?
It's got an amazing opening.
Yeah?
It's got a lights out, knock 'em out ending. But the middle is kind of cruise control. You kind of, that's not that there's not funny moments. It's not that there's not great moments throughout it.
No, it's true.
But you really go on cruise control for like the hour or whatever the middle portion of the movie is.
There is some filler.
Yeah.
There's some filler. Look, so let's get the 2 moments that I think are better than Toy Story 2 out of the way.
Sure.
Number 1, and I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anyone that I say the incinerator scene.
Sure.
Right? What sensible, non-psychopathic, non-sociopathic adult who grew up on Toy Story wasn't in tears in the theater watching these toys? And what's wild is, like, if you had the ability to, like, remove emotion and step aside, you would have realized they're clearly going to make it out of this because They're not about to kill off all of the toys in this film.
Yes and no. Like, I know intellectually you're right. If you completely remove it.
But in the moment, we all were hanging on the edge of our seats.
And even just rationally thinking about it, I'm like, it's on the table. It's on the table. Maybe it's not a 50-50.
I don't think they'd do it.
But
they wouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, clearly not.
But so that moment is incredible.
Sure.
And we're all crying. Not because we think the toys are going to be destroyed, but like as they all start
because of the emotion,
joining hands,
the connection,
and they're like,
"We're together.
We're not going to make it out of this, so let's go out together." Amazing. The greatest moment in the Toy Story franchise, and maybe the greatest moment in all of Pixar, is the defeated, depressed, gutted sigh and frown on Woody's face during the opening when they're making the one last ditched attempt to get played with.
Oh.
And Andy, because they've got the house phone.
Yeah.
And they call Andy's cell phone.
Deep cut.
And Andy picks up the phone and goes, "Hello?"
Yeah.
"Hello?"
Okay.
And you just have Woody, who's holding the phone,
It's true.
hug the phone tighter.
Oh my gosh.
At the sound of Andy's voice.
Oh my gosh.
Holy, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
Oh my
I could
gosh.
describe it in detail for another minute or two and probably bring myself
to
tears.
Oh my gosh.
It is so gutting. It is the best moment in the Toy Story franchise. It is the best moment in all of Pixar. It could be the best moment in film of the last 25
Holy
years.
smokes.
No, it really could. Name a moment that is more gut punching.
Well, okay, listen, I won't say it's my favorite scene in all of film or any of those things, but my gosh, what an incredibly deep cut.
That moment hurts more than Simba trying to wake up a dead Mufasa.
I can't believe that I'm agreeing with you. That is an incredibly...
You forgot about that moment.
Well, it's a quick blink and you moment, but when you actually break it down layer for layer, like an onion, just break back the layers of what's happening and what it means and the backstory and the disappointment and the hope that he had and the hope being gone and this is our last hurrah. Wow, I can't believe what a scorching deep cut that was, but it's bang on.
Shit.
But that is bang on, and that is not at all where I thought you were going to go, and I was kind of getting ready for my eye roll, just because I thought it was going to be something a little bit more tropey that everyone talks about.
That moment sucks so hard in the best way.
Fantastic.
And the only other moment that might be better than any moment in Toy Story 2, but I wouldn't argue this, I would take it or leave it, is just as Andy's car is driving away off to college and Woody takes his hat off and says, "So long, partner."
So long, partner. Yeah.
Right? But it's more like heartwarming than anything else, because ultimately the toys are like, it's going to be okay in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is pretty gripping. I'm not going to lie.
Man.
Okay, I like that. That is a deep cut. I've got some tissues over here.
Hurts so bad.
Well, I wanted to dump on this movie, but it's clearly got some incredible moments and some incredible feats. The one thing I would just ask, and this is kind of cherry picking, but if you remove the last 15 minutes of the movie, is it still as incredible? And I know that's cherry picking because you can say any movie, if you remove its best moment or some of its best aspects, is it still good?
Okay, in the last 15 minutes, are we including the incinerator scene?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
However, I do have nitpicks about this film.
Sure. And I think that, and I'm not saying necessarily as a fault, but I think that just ties into more my point of like, it does go on a lot of cruise control, and aside from that 15 minutes, there's a lot of stuff beforehand that I could take or leave. Take or leave.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about in the other film, number 2, that is, the incredible ensemble of cast that joined number 2, and not just filler characters, but rich characters, funny characters. Yep. This one for me, other than Michael Keaton's Ken, Bonnie's toys and the Lotso Hug and Bear, like, there's not a lot that does it for me of the new ones.
I like Lotso Huckenbear. I like the motivation behind him, right? That he was an abandoned toy.
But it's not too dissimilar to Stinky Pete. It's kind of like
Stinky Pete was never someone's toy.
But it's the same concept of someone who was rejected and then they've become cynical as a toy.
No.
Right?
Lotso Huckenbear wasn't rejected. He was replaced. He was lost and then replaced.
I guess it's not exactly the same, but it has similar vibes.
Whereas Stinky Pete was the toy in the lineup that ends up at Dollarama 5 years later on it. No, do you know what I mean?
Well,
because they're like, we're just trying to pay for the plastic at this point.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Because I've sent images to you and Aaron Mader of like Star Wars toys from when we were kids of like, oh, who wanted Lieutenant Porkins or right? Whoever the character is.
It's like it's like going to the dollar store and buying the pop figure of Stanley Tucci's character from Hunger Games, right? Yeah, he was in the movie. Why'd we make this?
Stanley Tucci.
Right,
man.
Great character, great performance.
Character. No one's played
not
with
a
the
toy.
No,
not a toy.
It's
Katniss Everdeen and the Tooch Man. Like, no.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and I get it. So, okay, it is apples and oranges. I'll get it. So I did not like Lotso Huckenbear that much, but you weren't opposed to it.
Yeah, I like from the Lotso crew, the better toy to me is the clown. The little clown guy that's like frowny the whole time just because of how shitty life's been. But then he's supposed to, like, his default form is supposed to be a smile because he's a little clown doll. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I Ken works for me, but the rest didn't quite crack as much as number 2's characters did.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much like the baby's just kind of creepy.
Yeah.
The Whoopi Goldberg octopus thing, whatever. I think it's Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mentioned this a little bit in number 2, but I'll bring up in the context of number 3. In this one, for me, number 1 and number 2 really fundamentally base a lot of their story and punch on Woody's choices or what he has to choose to do.
Yeah.
And this one, for me, it's not as philosophically challenging. Like in number 2, it's like, do you want immortality or do you want to stay with Andy?
Yeah.
With this one, for me, it's like, do you want to leave this hell on earth daycare or not? And it's like, okay, yeah, no kidding. We all want this. No one's challenged by that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Please.
Obviously, the end of this movie is them going and being with Bonnie.
Yeah.
And Woody does have moments in this where he's deciding whether or not he is going to stay with the toys in the attic.
Sure.
Or
yeah,
stay in the box that's headed off to college.
Yeah.
Would this film be any better, worse, or the same for you if instead of at the end of this film, instead of Andy giving away the toys to Bonnie, the toys go up in the attic and Woody makes the decision not to go to college with Andy, but stay with the toys up in the attic?
100%. I think it would be better. I not even a question. I think I've never really considered that option till now.
And then Toy Story 5 4, instead of them being Bonnie's toys, there's a 5-year jump and now they're Andy's kids' toys.
1,000%. And I think you could still have some of the emotional payoff in that way. And instead of him giving them to Bonnie, you have him as a grown-ass college kid buzzing around with Buzz and Woody, like just in that like millisecond of like he's remembering what he was jamming like when he was a kid, and instead of playing around with them with Bonnie, he just does it one last time and it's like, oh my gosh, I just felt juvenile. But and then he puts them back in the bag, and then Woody does the hat tip still when he drives away and said, "So long, partner."
Because what you could do, God, Toy Story 4 now, right? Like,
correct. It should
Buzz,
be it should be an Andy. We don't know Andy's last name, but it should be that. Oh yeah, it should be that family story.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be Bonnie who lives down the street and no one cares about. No. It should be Andy's kids or cousins,
especially
or something.
Because, like, as we see in Toy Story 4,
sure,
Woody never stops being Andy's toy,
and that's
right.
The whole,
like he doesn't really fit in Bonnie's room. What if in Toy Story 4 you have, they've come out of storage and now Rex and Potato Head and Buzz and even Jesse and Bullseye are all Andy's kids' toys. Mm-hmm. And technically so is Woody. However, we get to see, because it's Pixar and Pixar is willing to go a little deep, they're willing to go a little dark.
Sure.
We see Woody watching Andy struggle to be a parent. Maybe Andy's become a single. Maybe Andy and his wife aren't together anymore, or something, or she got sick or died in childbirth or whatever, right? And Andy is now single parenting and maybe not doing a great job. Like, we see Andy as a parent get mad, like.
Sure.
Discipline. Yeah. I don't mean hit the kid, but yell at and send them to their room and the kid's crying and whatever. And all the other toys are all like are all sad about their kid who's crying.
Right.
And Woody is sad about Andy.
I mean, that's deeper. I think it would be, you'd have to just be in little glimpses like you described, because anytime you show too many humans in Toy Story, it just kind of gets into this, it's not their story.
Fuck you, Bonnie. No one cares.
But I ultimately do think it would have been better to stay in Andy's family.
Oh, yeah.
And stay in the attic, still have the heartwarming moment when he drives away and they miss him. But Toy Story 4, 10 years later or 9 years later, that needs to be about his kids.
Toy Story 4, when friggin' Bonnie's name's written on the bottom of everyone's foot? Like, who
cares?
Does that?
No one cares. I'm in a little weird emotional spot right now because I'm very excited for number 5, but I'm also having some realistic expectations. So we'll see.
I think 5 will be better than 4.
Sure, but the bar is pretty low.
I do think 5's going to be better than 4.
Can't be worse.
But I just don't care about Bonnie.
No one does.
Like,
no one.
It would be better if it was Andy's kid.
Would be better if it was a tree stump. Are you ready to rank this puppy?
On a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rank Toy Story 3?
I gave it an 8. Again, like I said, it's a solid movie. It's a good movie. I don't dislike it, but it's not my favorite Toy Story, and it's not my favorite Pixar. And so it's ranked accordingly. Okay. Great moments, some filler. What would you give it out of 10?
I'm going to give it a 9.
Sure. It's still good.
So freaking good.
Yep.
Like, and that, like, literally, the movie could get like a 7, and then you add that phone call scene, and it's a 9.
That is a hidden gem that I'm glad you've brought to the light of day. It's a very fantastic moment.
So good.
Well played. And it really adds to the character depth of Woody and what he's going through and how we should feel for him.
Wrap it up, sir.
Thank you for watching us. Please check out our socials below, our Patreon, our merchandise page, ways for you to support the show and help us grow and to give some perks back to you. But the biggest thing you can do to help us grow is give us a like on this page, give us a comment on this page, subscribe. We love hearing from you, and we'd love to hear your thoughts about why you think Toy Story 3 was the best or not the best. Let us know. And until next time.
Fuck you, Bonnie.
Oh, now she's a kid. I mean, now she'd be like more like...
Go to hell, Bonnie.
That's still a bit much. That was 16 years ago. Like Bonnie's pushing 25.
Contracted disease, Bonnie.
No, that's too far.